friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely day. So we're trying something a little different here today. I haven't tried this before. I thought it'd be an interesting little simulation, if you will, to select some of the most stacked teams in the NHL, take away some of their best players, and see how stacked they remain, or see how good they remain if they lose their best players. One of the first teams that comes to mind, of course, is the Tampa Bay Lightning. You got Vasilevsky, you got Hedman, you got Kucherov, you got Stamkos, Braden Point, Mikhail Sergachev. The team's loaded. There's a reason this team's won cup after cup after, and they've been a legit contender year after year. And the question is, how good is this team, though? If we remove Nikita Kucherov from this team for a full season, can this team still make playoffs? If they can still make playoffs, what if we remove, I don't know, Steven Stamkos the year after that? That is the concept of this video, to kind of see what would happen if they would just lose a stud like that. I mean, actually, it was the 1 year we seen Tampa Bay go without Kucherov all year almost. So that way they could admit, oh, I stopped myself. Listen. I don't know why I stopped myself. I mean, we all know what happened. They got to keep him on. He was injured a little bit longer than he needed to be so they could, you know, stay under cap restraints until playoffs. But it was just a pure fact. I mean, at the time, he was like, man, I mean, you'd still say it now. I'm Kucherov, and I'm a Kucherov fan. I'm biased. But it's like, I'm best player on their team. And this team's still winning games at a ridiculous pace. And to think he comes back for playoffs, I mean, yeah, of course they was going to win a Stanley Cup. How don't you? So the question is, can they do it again? Can they do it in today's day and age, where we have essentially seen a few of them solid depth players that this team had walk away? We shouldn't say walk away, they just can't afford them. Are we seeing they had the draft law, or not the draft law, the expansion draft in there? This is a team right now. This is interesting. We got Brandon Hagel, Stamkos, and Corey Perry, the ageless wonder. Then you have Anthony Cirelli, Braden Point, Alex Killorn. I mean, we're seeing it clearly. The right wing position just took a massive shot, but you still have two studs playing center for this team, and you still have a very solid bottom six. The defense is still Hedman, of course, topping it off. Cernak, Cole, Sergachev. I mean, this is a solid team. You still got one of the best goalies in the league, and Andre Vasilevsky. I think that's where we start to question things. If this team can win without Kucherov, they can win without Stamkos. Do we wonder if they can win without Andre Vasilevsky next? I don't know. Maybe we go Hedman next. We'll see. Right now, though, we haven't got out of the first year. They might not make playoffs with who they have right now. We'll see. I mean, no Kucherov, but they got a heck of a team. Starting off 7-6. Tampa Bay 9-7. There we are. Starting to turn things around. This Tampa Bay Lightning team wins there against the Blues. Lost. They got, I was going to say pounded, but 1-0's not really pounded. They just gutted. Shut out against those Buffalo Sabres. And, you know, we go back to talking. It's like, well, if we had a little bit better offense over here, you know, maybe like an elite goal-scoring, playmaking, right wing or something. But can Kucherov really be the reason this team doesn't make playoffs? As loaded as this team is, they are struggling, but they are in a wild card spot right now, halfway through the month of February. My early prediction was I thought this team could go potentially without two players. I think they could go without two studs. It's when Vasilevsky walks out the door, I think, and you're down a couple studs, then I say, okay, how about this team? But right now, Tampa Bay is starting to bounce back, a little team chemistry going on, and they will indeed make plus. We're not going to stop and check too many things out here. I don't want to make the video like 6 years long. But hey, you got to see if they can win the cup without Kucherov, though. For a good time, how do they do? First round, Toronto, very unrealistic. The Leafs don't get out of the first round. Tampa Bay, though, gone in the first round, but they made playoffs. You lose a stud like Nikita Kucherov, still a playoff contender, still a fun team to watch. I think you got to be happy with that if you lose a stud like that. I mean, you wonder that, Tampa, like, when are they going to lose these guys? But then again, it's like, oh, well, they managed to fix it and make it work under the cap. Maybe the lack of state tax helps. Maybe it's just players being selfish and saying, we want to win some cups here. We're going to take a pay cut. Nonetheless, do we go Stamkos, Braden Point, Victor Hedman? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got to go Hedman. We have to take Hedman. We're going to save the goaltender. We're saying Victor Hedman walks away from the Tampa Bay Lightning. He said he wants to be a Blue Jacket. That's what his dream has been, to be a Blue Jacket his entire career. He's going to leave Tampa Bay. Him and Kucherov are going to go to Columbus, have a good time together. A man can dream, at least. Now taking a look at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Same story on offense. We go to defense, though. Sergachev, Cernak, Foot, Cole, Florida, and now Zach Bogosian, the grizzled veteran, is going to play some third line D. Now, looking at the D again, this is a serviceable defense. I think this is a defense you look at and say they can still win some win some games. But to lose a stud, one of the best in the business at Victor Hedman, you're going to take a hit not just to the defense, to the offense. But right now, Tampa does not seem to care. There's like Victor Hill, 7-2, 8-2 to start the season, playing some ridiculous hockey. We're starting to see them come back down to earth right off the bat, though. They just had that jolt of energy, I guess, if you will, where they're like, we can handle this. We'll be all right. We don't need him. We'll be fine. I mean, still in playoff contention right now. Really, they're having a better season without Hedman than they did with him. Maybe once Kucherov was gone, Hedman was a little upset. A little bit salty, wasn't playing his best ball last season, or puck as they like to go. Do they call it? Yeah, we're calling it puck. I think they call it puck. I don't know why. I feel like I ask this question like every other video. Something about it's like saying puck's not the same as saying ball, and it doesn't flow off the tongue as well. Maybe I gotta channel my not so inner Canadian this year. Tampa starting to fall to pieces in the second half of the season. Can they hold on to a playoff spot? Right now, they are out of playoffs after a phenomenal start to the season. Tampa is on the bubble to end the season. They have got to win some games, and they are losing to teams they should not lose to. Tampa Bay is going to come just short of missing playoffs without Victor Hedman. I thought they was going to do it. Stamkos, 69 points, just 39 and 35. What is it, 2 points short? They fell to pieces the second half of the season. 2.57 goals for. The goals against was 2.70. I mean, we've seen everything. The stats across the board dropped. They just wasn't the same without Victor Hedman and Nikita Kucherov. So you can lose one, but you can't afford to lose both. Vasilevsky dropped a 902. Brian Elliott was killed 934. How was he 9-7 with a 934? What's the team doing when he was out there? He got standing on his head and he's lost half the games he played. Literally half, 9-8 almost. That's crazy. Nonetheless, Tampa, they can go without one, but they can't go without two of their big fish, and you expect that. I think you almost wonder what we would have done if we would have said, ideas for future videos. If you guys want to see something else like this, what we would have done if we would have said big fish, and we took away like a second liner the second time or a third line. Take away some depth, guys. I mean, obviously pluck away the team's three best players. You're gonna see a big difference. Anyway, though, love you guys' feedback, love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.